Yeah, welcome back to the firehouse. You know, we're just going to just flash a few fire here and there today, you know. What I would call random fire. Let's look at, for example then, what I'm talking about is, let's just say life is about knowing what is right and correct. Yeah? Now, what is knowing what is right and correct, yeah? Got to do with, for example now, you going off to church, yeah? Or even your mosque, wherever you go, yeah? And I'm saying the church because I was brought up in Christianity, see? So you're going off to the church, and the priest is up on his altar, preaching and burning his candle, and like we said before, giving you a drink of wine and the body of Christ. And what has that really, yeah, got to do with what is right and correct? You know what I mean? Because that is what you are supposed to be doing here. You understand? Understanding what is right and correct. So I'm saying, what has this elaborate ritual, whatever ritual you're performing in whatever religion you are, what has your ritual, yeah, got to do with what is right and correct? Yeah? And if your rituals, yeah, was so right, how come you're still at war with each other? I know when I say at war with each other, you know, all you different religion, you're not at peace. You know, I know the military is fighting their war, you know what I mean? With your support behind the scene, you religious men. But I'm saying, you don't find the Muslim embracing the Christian and the Christian embracing the Muslim and the Hindus and the Buddhists, do you? And yet you are all supposed to be doing what? Going to your temples or wherever you going, you and your followers, to worship God. You know what I mean? Now, what gives you the idea, as an example, that God created us, human beings, eh, to spend our time worshiping God? You know what I mean? Who tell you that God is some big ego? You understand? Who is desiring your praise, and it's only your praise that is going to make God satisfied. You know what I mean? So you have to go off now to some particular building and some particular pilgrimage, eh, in search of this God or in praise of this God. But what I'm saying to you, that is not the purpose of life. You know what I mean? The people who are feeding you these I call it garbage, are deceiving you. You know, you are supposed to be understanding what is wrong and what is right. You know what I mean? You're not supposed to be performing all these different rituals that you're performing. You know what I mean? All that is just confusing the issue. You know, how can somebody promise you paradise or heaven? How can a man, yeah, you would think if a man was a saint, it would be God who is going to make this man a saint. But as far as I can understand it, it is not God who made man saint, it is man here on earth who is telling you that this man is a saint. You know what I mean? So you find that in my opinion, religious people are complete lunatics. You know what I mean? When you're going to see, for example, I'm going to repeat this story again because to me it was so amazing, and no one say what I will say in England, no one but an eyelid. You had they're trying to fast track this last pope into some sainthood as garden to them. So they dug him up last year. I don't know if they dug him up, but wherever they had the body, you know what I mean? They bring it back out and put it on public show, and you have the Pope performing all form of ceremony, you know, having with a vial of the dead Pope blood and all this palaver, you know. What has that got to do with God, people? Can you see God being that stupid? Can you see God instructing any human being, right, with any intelligence to perform such idiocy? You know what I mean? If God wanted to make a man a saint after the man died, well, he is a saint, innit? And why would he now have to be instructing us on earth to perform some ridiculous ceremony of digging up this individual, yeah? Finding some other human being who claim that they pray to this individual and they are healed, and then after another announcement that he's healed another person, turn him into a saint. If that is the action of God, that God must be an idiot. That's ridiculous. Well, obviously it's not God who is performing these kind of idiocy. It is those twisted devils that are leading people astray with their idiocy, and they perform it right in front of you, and you don't do anything about it. You know what I mean? Because you will forever go on believing that the Pope is the Holy Father. He's more like, well, like I said before, he's just a puppet. But he's more like the holy, like the devil disciple on earth rather than God disciple. Not that there is such thing as a devil as they are putting it in your mind. You know what I mean? Positive and negative is not at war. It is those who choose negativity who are the devils and create the devil themselves. But they are not going to get away with any other devilish action, like I tell you, because in this time the fire lion is especially dealing with Mr. Evil. You know, Mr. Wicked is obvious already, but Mr. Evil now, who is the supreme perpetrator of all the wickedness and the real vampire. You know, you that are in the shadows I'm talking about, you know. You are in the shadows, yeah? From men. You show men your smiling faces. Yet in the dark you are in there performing all manner of evil. But like I'm telling you before, and it must be repeated, the black box is in you. The black box is your memory. That is what you want to be worried about. Don't worry about deceiving human beings, because they are easy to deceive. I've been deceived many times. People are still deceiving me now. You know what I mean? But that's not a problem. You know what? Deceiving people is easy. That's the easy part. You see what I mean? The difficult part now is for you to deceive your own memory, which the superior power places in you. You understand? That one you'll have to go and work out, because unless you can defeat that, then you'll have to pay for all the evil that you are doing. You know what I mean? So that's why the fire line is saying to you, you know what? Enjoy this evil. Trust me. Enjoy, you know what I mean? Like I say, how many years of it have you got? I say, brother Rockefeller, him say Rockefeller is one of them. He's knocking on a bit. You haven't got long left. So you hand it down to your son or whoever, but they cannot hold it as well, because no one can control this planet. And your life is eternal as well. You're going to wish that you could die like how men die on earth. But Mr. Evil, there is no escape from thy judgment. You understand? The only one way that you can escape, I'm telling you. All evil men who are living, you know, so they are the one them that dead as well. Only one way you can escape from the judgment that is coming upon you, that you must face. You know what I mean? That is coming for you. That's another way how you could escape as well still. I forgot about that one. If you can escape that, you could escape your judgment. Yeah? If you could live here. But like I say, the memory, if you can escape that, if you can eradicate what's on that memory, like I'm telling you, because that is the terrible and dreadful one, secret agent. Told you before, conscience is a spy for the one, yeah? And memory is his recorder. They go about making movies of human beings' actions within the dark. Yeah? So, all you who are in the dark, yeah? Be you, like I said before, be you Illuminati, Skull and Bones, Rock, don't know who is, witches can, you know, you have all kind of little devilish organization, I would call them, to exploit the earth. Be you a Roman Catholic or a Church of England high devil, whatever devils you are, you know what I mean? Because it doesn't matter who or where you are, because like I tell you, the reach and range of God extend right around. He's got all around vision. You see what I mean? And his cameraman memory don't miss anything. He's got the all-round vision as well. He's busy recording both in male and female. Well, they are, like I tell you, secret agent. So while you evil and wicked men think that you are the only one who can employ people, yeah, to work secretly, yeah, to do evil deeds on your behalf. Even those people that you are sending to do those evil deeds on your behalf, guess who is following them? Yes, Mr. Conscience and Video Man there, Mr. Memory. There is no secret, you know, like how you can keep secret. You have secret in it, and secret files, you say. Some of them can't be released until after most people who are living are dead. That's when they can read about your little dirty deeds, but you're a fool. That's what I'm saying. Because you take no account that memory is already videoing you, and that you can't really keep any secret. Your secret have been kept from men. Who are men? Why do you worry yourself about men so much? You hide in secret from them. Hiding secret from men is ridiculous, you know what I mean? Because men are not important. You think men is the law? Men are not gods. They're not God, are they? Aye, women, we're not God. So why are you hiding stuff from me? You shouldn't be worried about hiding stuff from men, because men are not the law. God is the law. If you don't like that name God, because you know people get uptight, they always think, you know, the supreme intelligence is the law then. Conscience is the law. I am the law. Rastafari, the terrible and dreadful overlord, is the law. The one that sitteth and watcheth within all human beings. Secret dweller. That's the law, you know what I mean? So how are you going to get away? There is no escape from this judgment. That I'm saying, that you foolish human beings who continue, yeah, to let these people baffle you with their stupid rituals. You understand? And stupid pilgrimage. That ain't going to solve nothing. You know what I mean? What is going to solve something or be beneficial to any human being is when you stop doing the wrongs that you are doing. When you stop hating one another. When you realize to yourself, yeah, the oneness of life, that this earth is one. Universe is one. The people that dwell on the earth is one. And that conscience dwell within all human beings. And that conscience is the light and the way. You understand? So you need to tune in. Now you tune in, like I say, through self-discipline. Not by going up no mountain and going on any stupid pilgrimage. I listen to any priest with collars and I remember these people do not know God. Because if they did, listen, human beings, if these priests or imam know God, yeah, they would simply be telling the congregation that what you're supposed to do, right, is to live honestly. To know in your heart that everyone come from the source, which is God. We appear to look like we are different human beings, but we are not. That is only our body looking like that. We are spiritual beings, you know. We're transparent like the breath. Are they teaching people this? No, not in my opinion, because every religion that if he was a man coming to this world searching for God, yeah, and you say you approach the Christian and you say, well, so where can I find this God then? So he says, oh, sure, God is over in the West, definitely, cause you know. Then you approach a Muslim and says, so where can I find God then? He says, oh, definitely that way over there, you see. And each man and some man is saying, definitely you have to go up. Some say you have to dig down in the ground. But there's only supposed to be one way. So if it's only one way then, how come you all have a different way? Confusion. It's obvious, you know what I mean? So you find that religious people are confused. You claiming to, like I say, you all worship God and you won't visit each other home. Because you claim one is a Muslim, one is a Christian, and all this kind of stupid business. You know what I mean? And if there's a war going on, for example, war is where people kill people and many people, and you have now the religious leaders blessing the people who are going to war. You know what I mean? When there's any big government, whatever, they go there and bless it. Bless a government that they know that is corrupt, but they are corrupt themselves. You know what I mean? So they are blessing evil to rule over us. And we look up to these as holy men while they rant and rave and tell us about promise us some paradise and heaven, you know, and tell us that we mustn't use our mind because Jesus already died for us and all this stupidness, you know. Jesus can I repeat this again, people, human being, our people were listening in 2012 with an open mind. How could a next man die for your sin? How? And why would he have to do that? Because if it was me, I would have to ask God, why did you have to send your son to come and die? You know, for what reason? For me. And then, even after you had him killed then, I still have to face my own sins and deal with it myself. His dying hasn't stopped me facing the problems of life that I have to face. So what is the point of him dying? You know what I mean? And me still have to face all these difficulties that I am facing in 2012. How is his blood going to stop that? His blood can't stop it, but I could stop it though. You know, I could do something, change something. You know what I mean? But the blood of Jesus ain't going to do nothing. And look how many people are going to church. And you know, all of you that are in the church as well, all you congregation. Well, most of you won't be listening to this reason anyway, because you will be too stuck in your church. But if you did ever get to hear it, you know what I mean? You know in your heart that what you're doing in church is not right. You're not sure. And that's how these idiots, what you call priests, are able to manipulate you and dazzle you with their rituals. But rituals ain't got nothing to do with what is right and what is correct. And if you don't understand what is right and what is correct, you can't understand God. Understand? It's as simple as that. So, you know, it's time to break asunder the religious band and see these people exactly for who they are. You understand? It's like, have a look at this thing. Because we're doing random reasoning. Focus on this, Marius. Let me see what he said. As I mentioned Assange yesterday, what does he say there? Something like Assange in bid to flee justice. Yeah? Now, I don't know which reporter right that Assange is in bid to it's in the Metro newspaper, free paper all around England, that Assange is in bid to flee justice. So whoever write that must feel that this man has done a wrong thing by revealing to the world that the American helicopter pilots or whoever have been running around killing people for fun and laughing while they're doing it. And Mr. Assange has let the world know, and here is some little devil man, cause he work for some little devilish paper, saying that the man is in a bid to flee justice. He's not fleeing justice, he's fleeing injustice. You know what I mean? And yet, you have some little devilish reporter, or some little beings whose brain is not operating, or whose brain must be somewhere else, seeing a man reveal that men are killing men for fun, and saying no, because the man, they're after catching the man to give him 100 years. The man is seeking some refuge, and he's saying no, that the man is fleeing justice. Whose justice? You mean the justice of some little satanic force? That's what the man is hiding from, because he revealed a little devilish satanic practices. You know what I mean? But they shouldn't worry about what Julian Assange has revealed. You know, because those practices, it was already recorded on memory. You don't understand. You think it's your video alone, because many atrocity has been committed that wasn't caught on video camera. You understand, Mr. Devilman? But the black box, which is memory, misses nothing. Oh yes, it even record you signing the order. And you know, when you gather in dark places, you and your little dirty cronies, oh, it's there as well. You want to find a way how to, you know, like how when devilmen gather to have whatever important meeting they having, you're surrounded by a lot of security. You know, big soldiers with gun and helicopter flying all about. Well, what you want to do is get some security against those two spies of God that I'm telling you about, conscience and memory, the video recorder. When you go wherever you go in your secret tonight, and you consulting whoever you're consulting, even on the other side or whatever side you want to consult, try and make sure those two are not with you. Yeah, man, don't get your security and tell your security guard, say, listen, brethren, one thing I want to do, I don't want you let memory in this business and conscience. I don't want them seeing and observing what's going on. I want to do this thing secret. You see me? You see? So, what is the point? That's so evil men, you're so stupid as a shame, because like I'm saying, you're just hiding your evil from the next door neighbor, but you shouldn't worry about the next door neighbor. Next door neighbor is not God, is it? You know what I mean? You should be worried about, as an example, when death comes for you, how your soul is going to exist after you leave here. That should be your concern. You know what I mean? Are you concerned with a little bit of short-term power? Greed, you know what I mean? You've joined the wrong club. If I was a lot of devil man, when I hear this, I'd give up devilism. You cannot tell him in it. All you have to do is stop it. You know, it's the wrong thing to be doing. You must not mess with the powers of God. You'll only hurt yourself. You know what I mean? So why do it? You know what I mean? Why come here and try to conquer this world and dominate it? You know what I mean? And you're building up big bombs and all these kind of things, and setting up, like I say, these murderous government. You know, like standard bearer, gone back to my standard bearer America, you know what I mean? The man whose empire was built on blood and slavery. One of the most evilest empire on the planet. Yeah, that's what America is built on. All you like know the history of America, but you just don't want to admit it. You know, their whole business was built on blood, and it's still running blood. They love blood. It's a bath in blood. They go there and you slaughter off the Indians. most of them, and take over the place and populate it up with slavery to build up your evil empire. And you never stop doing evil ever since, running around about your all these diplomats in suit, and you see that giant. These are evil souls. Souls that are led astray because of greed and selfishness and a lust for power and money. Souls that are going to pay dearly. Souls that are smiling now because, like I said, they got the other vampires, them CIA and those men, FBI to protect them. And they have some other goons in military, and so they feel puffed up and important here on earth. But what about when you leave earth? I suppose you're going to take security with you, I think. Yeah, you can take the CIA down there where you're going, yeah, to protect you. You'll be under 24 guard. You'll be able to perform evil as easily as you do it here on earth. Where you going? Yeah, man, evil will be easy down there. Yeah? So if I was you, then I would carry on and enjoy the evil that you're doing, you know, suppressing your brother, brutalizing them, you know what I mean, and sit and eat the best food that you find here on earth, eh? And have up as much sex as you can in whatever depraved form that you can, wicked man and Mr. Evil. You know what I mean? Because trust me, it's going to be very bitter for you. The smile, like they say, the smile will be wiped off your face with definite. Because if you think, Mr. Evil Man, that you can get away with one, you know all the important evil man I'm talking about, you know, that set themselves up on this planet. Be your president and those behind your pope, those behind your queen, those behind your... important, all you billionaires who own half of the earth are you know. You are the one that I'm talking about. Enjoy your ownership of this earth. Yeah? Enjoy your exploitation of it. And enjoy your exploitation of other human beings. Kill as much of them as you can. Decide for yourself, right, that there is too many humans on the planet. So you need population control. And you need to reduce the population. Go ahead and kill as many as you want. Because all those who you are killing, like I tell you, no one can die anyway. But you will have to pay account for removing them from this dimension. Because you can't get away with nothing. So I don't know how you come here now and you're making laws as to how many people should be on the planet and that you need population control and all. Who give you the right to do all this and say all this? As if you are some judge. Who give you the right to set up international law as according to you when you should know that that's international fraud? Because you're not living by the laws of God. Yeah? You don't know nothing about the laws of God. All you know is just selfish evil and wickedness. Your system is so evil that if tomorrow the wickedness stop, then your police have nothing to do, soldier nothing to do. All them lying judges, them crooked all what you call judges have nothing to do. You know what I mean? They have to survive, and because the system is wicked, so they need trouble. So you cause the trouble and then give people the solution. You go and cause war. You know, you make all the lethal weapons that are on the planet. You know what I mean? And all the lethal aeroplane and all the lethal missile. Excuse me, because that's how you are. You're just devilish. You don't have no intention of living as one. You are the one that confuse people and divide up the world into separate countries and all this thing, and have people going crazy. They can't live as one again. They're scattered now into what they call nation, and everyone think that they're a different type of human being. You ain't no different type of human being. Like I said, we all full of shit. You're just human. You live, you breathe, and you shall die, and you all have memory in you. And if I should ask any one of you what color your mind is, you do not know, because the mind have no color. Spirit have no color. You understand? So they have just been tricking you, telling you lies, and you don't, because you're not living, like we say, the correct way. Your eyes have not opened. So this is why you can't see what's going on, and you can't hear, because your ear have not opened. But only due to the way that you are living. Because trust me, if you hate another human being, your eyes close. You know? So all those, as an example then, all those human beings on the planet who are what we would call, say, racist, are blind. All those who are sexist are blind. So if you're not racist, you might be sexist. All those who are alcoholic, drug addict are blind. All those who are liars, blind. Thief, blind. Haters, blind. Jealous, blind. See what I mean? So there's a lot of things that can blind you. So you really have to examine your actions. See what I mean? To see if you are really an honest person or just a dishonest person. If you are dishonest, nothing wrong with that. Correct it. Because everyone has made mistake in the life. You know, no one is perfect. You know what I mean? We're not saying, oh, you are perfect. Yeah. No, we are saying that one should examine themselves as a human being and look at their action and see if they are not guilty themselves of doing things wrongly. And if they are, try and change. Because that is the way that you're going to open your eye. If you don't try and change, you'll remain blind. And then you will end up following the blind. Like those who are following behind the priest and all the imam and all these idiotic people. You know what I mean? Because these people are blind. They do not know. Because if you know, you will just tell the next man. Simple, that the way to know is for him to behave. Just like if you was telling a man how to train, you would teach him how to run and do whatever, innit? Then when the man get fit, you don't have to tell him anything again. Him just fit, innit? So it's the same way. You know how to do what is right. You just explain to a man. Why would you have to go and dress up in some particular garment, light up some candle, and perform some other kind of ritual and singing, just to tell a man that he's supposed to live right and correct, for his eyes to open, or to wake up his true intelligence? We don't have to perform no ritual about that one. So I don't know what the ridiculous ritual of an elaborate kind of behavior is. That ain't going to get you into no heaven. If that's if you're looking to get to heaven, you must think all this elaborate thing is going to get you into what, I don't know what heaven you want to go to anyway. Because that's just the idea of those lunatics who promise you this while they abuse you here. They are the one who is going to heaven. Heaven will be waiting for them. These same people who keep harping on about Jesus will be waiting for you, dear. Yeah? You just keep harping on about Jesus and how perfect he was and how God sent him pure and clean and whatever. Eh? And how he could speak from him baby and everything was glorious about him, and he was God's son and everything. Just keep harping on about that, yeah? But don't pay no attention to yourself. You don't make no correction within yourself as you are living life presently. Ignore yourself and you just listen to the priest harping about Jesus, yeah? And you repeat that to others, how Jesus was good, as if you know Jesus. The man been dead over 2,000 years. So you know in your heart that you don't know Jesus. You are just believing what others tell you. And the reason why you believe in what others tell you is because you're afraid to make correction within your own self. You're afraid of yourself. You haven't examined yourself proper. You are not correct. Something is wrong with you. All the believers who are in church, trust me, something is wrong with you. That's why you are in church. If there was no fault in you, something that you don't want to correct, or you don't know that it's there. But if this problem wasn't affecting you, you wouldn't be in no church, because you would have seen the truth. And once you see the truth, why would you want to be in church? You know, unless you was going to go to church and take the priest off the pulpit and explain to the people them that they don't need to be performing these ridiculous ceremonies inside no building, because that's not the way to truth. You see what I mean? So the believers of whatever faith you are in believing, it's irrelevant. Believers are believers. You need to examine yourself, because whatever faith you are in, you're wrong. Because you believe in, that means you don't know. So if you are believing, you need to examine what you believe in and why you believe in, and how you come to be believing what you believe in. Did you come to believe what you believe because it was forced on you when you was young, when you was a youngster? Maybe it might have been so. Did you come to believe it when you was in some difficulty? Maybe you was in prison and a man baptized you, or next minute you was a Muslim. Maybe it could be anything like that. You don't know. But how did you come to this decision to start believe what others are believing? And have you got sufficient evidence? Did you do research into what they are believing and find out that yes, I can confirm what they believe in, so I'm going to believe with them? You need to examine yourself carefully. The reason why you are believing, or the reason why you are following somebody. Say you was following a master, then as you would see it, a master. You need to examine why you are following a master. When I like the fire alarm, say there's a master in you already. So why would you want to leave that master to follow a man over there? That means you are not connected with your master. Could be the only reason. So you have to follow a man. So you get to find out that anyone who is following anyone don't know the one. Because if you did, why would you want to follow anybody else? Simple. You see what I mean? So you cannot, that's why I say Noahs stand by what they know. Can't go about following people. You know, follow Jesus and follow that. Jesus know what he know and I know what I know. I ain't follow him about, like, you know what I mean? You cannot follow, you should know yourself. You understand? This is not about, when you know yourself, you know the leader. There's only one leader for us all. So if you go and that leader is within you, so if you are following anything out there, you are not connected to the leader. If you know what I mean. So a lot of people who are in their books and their Bible and their Quran and this and that, a book is not the leader, you know. The leader was around before books. You understand? So even if you should go in a book and you read about the one and say, yeah, that book should be really telling you that the one is within you. And that's where you need to make the connection, not in the book. You know, but the book can be a little guide still. I'm not saying you shouldn't read your book. But how can you spend your whole life stuck in your book? And every time you start, you have to speak something what your book says. That means you're speaking nothing original. You know what I mean? You're just dead. You know what I mean? Because God is not in the book, is it? God is within man. And any man, like I tell you, who is following the next man, he is doing so because he do not know himself. And if you don't know yourself, you're lost. So like I said then, all those who are following Christianity are lost. Yeah, you're lost. And when I say all those who are following Christianity, I mean all those who are following like in a churchical way. Because you can have a Christian, who is not lost because they know themselves. They just know themselves as Christian. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about those who are going churches and who are listening to what the priest is saying. All you who are listening to the priest and take your priest as your guide and father, all of you are lost, including the priest. Yeah? All those who are entering mass chanting, following their Quran and what is being said there, all you are lost as well, because you are following a book. You're not following yourself. You don't even believe in yourself. And I'll go for your later religion. Whatever book you are following or whatever format you're following, that means you're not following yourself. From you are not following yourself, you are lost. You are lost, just like how I tell you, those who are just after sex are lost, drinking alcohol are lost. And that's the same way how believers and unbelievers are lost in that same idiotic behavior. But you are lost because of the way that you are behaving. You know, instead of a group of people, say, going to church, and when the preacher rant and we say, oh, praise the Lord, and oh, that is good, it would be better if you learn to live good with one another, and learn to understand that the earth is one, and that all the human on the earth is one, and that we all come from the same source. You know what I mean? We look different, but we're still one, and function as one. You know, cooperate like how ants cooperate, our bees, and live together in unity. You see what I mean? And you instead of you like I tell you before, instead of you going to church, praying to God and worshiping God, you would worship God better if you live in peace with your brother. You know what I mean? No living in peace with you. If you're not living in peace with your brother, it's pointless worshiping God. You cannot exploit the earth and worship God. So we have responsibility. You know what I mean? So you should worship. We won't say we. Man should worship God through his action. If you want to call it that worship, you know, living the correct way worship. Living the correct way is not a worship. It's just a natural way of living with what is right and loving what is right. It's not a worship, you know what I mean? Whatever worship that you give, that one is giving to God, you do that within yourself. That is between you and God. You don't have to go no particular time or no particular place and do it. Well, they do it, but I don't do them things. You know, I might be in a constant prayer, like I say, more than them, but no one don't see this thing being performed, because this is about natural living honestly. So in that living, one is living the way that God intends one to live. Because we are now imitating God, if you know what I mean. You know, like how the wicked man imitate greed, selfishness, spite, jealousy. He imitate that and go on like that. Well, the conscious man now imitate God and go on honest, gentle, kind, loving, truthful, honest. You know, all them kind of desire, they burn with fire at a hot pace, like me tell you. Just like how they are the opposite burning in those who are desiring that, and they are fully intent on getting that and that. Well, just in the same way, I and I just love those that are refined, what I call more refined quality, with a fervent, more fervent than how they love their little wicked things, you know. I love these other qualities fervently, you know. Call them my disciple. God, those are the qualities that are going to help you to refine yourself into a better human being. I never say perfect, you know. I say anything else, I'm perfect. I'm not perfect, full of hole. I'm just striving. I'm in this life striving then, you know, to be a better human being. And you cannot do that if you're not imitating God. If you are imitating the devil, or if you are not honest with yourself, then you are not imitating God. You see what I mean? You have to learn to be honest with your own self. Forget about, like me say, God is so simple, right, that you can forget about reading books. Any book, doesn't matter how clever they are or who write them, all that is irrelevant, trust me. The only thing, because the simplest of man, even the man in the bush who's never seen any book, can live this way. All you have to do is live honestly. That's all, you know. There ain't nothing difficult about understanding life. All you have to do is live honestly with whoever you encounter. Don't do them no harm. Recognize their right to be a human being. You know what I mean? Don't lie from them. Don't cheat. Don't interfere with the children. Just live decent. That's all it is. And life out, and you will be able to see. It's so simple. I don't know, but most people ignore it and would rather live, like I say, with the qualities of greed, hate, jealousy, lust, spite, all these kind of negative. That they get very excited about that. Thrilling, they find it quick to jump into anger and lust and all this thing, but very difficult, to be honest. The very thing that is the best thing for them. You should know I say honesty is the best of policy. How very true. But human beings find it the hardest to do. And because you find these things hard to do now, that's how you end up following these idiots that are ruining your life. These politicians. Like I'm telling you, where here a man has revealed the truth, and a man saying he's fleeing from justice, the man running from injustice. And you cannot see that your whole political system, your whole religious system, your whole banking system, your whole international law is just based on evil. And that the head of the evil in the world is your very same government who are making all the atomic weapons, all the most dangerous weapons, selling it to other beings to kill one another. When they should be making love, not war. So, if you want to go down with your evil government, you can stay there and say, oh yeah, it's my country, and because you'll be going down with it. You'll be going, and when you die, you'll be on your own. All your countrymen won't be there to support you in your idiocy. You must open your eyes and see the truth for what it is. Get out of this habit of looking at people as if they are black and white people. That's what they've told you. People are people, we are spirits. You know what I mean? We're no different. We're not no different like anywhere. That's just what the devils are telling you, that we are different. But all of us, like I tell you, got Mr. Memory and Mr. Conscience in us. So if we was different, why would we all have that in us then? You see what I mean? So we know difference. They're just our bodies are different, yeah, for sure. But within, we are the same. That's why I tell you before, no one don't know what color the mind is. Black, white, green, or blue. When you ask them. Because the mind have no color. We are spirit. You see what I mean? And I'm telling you, spirits, that here today, the majority of you are supporting evil. You might not have been aware of this before. For sure. You know what I mean? But now is the time of what we call revelation. You've been alerted to the fact that your government are evil. You understand? The banking system, religious system, the whole of it is one. It has what has been set up to deceive you of your rights in the first place. Life wasn't supposed to be like this. This system was set up above you by elite and powerful men. These same men who you are calling, oh yes, president and prime minister and the Lord Governor General and all this, sir, Lord, this, Lord, that, Lord. All of these people are evil. You know what I mean? It's like I'm just seeing the saying, Mubarak there is got a stroke or is critically ill. The man is 80. What is a 80-year-old man still doing in government? You know what I mean? If he was a civilian, he'd have retired long ago. You know what I mean? But most of these, just like in Saudi Arabia, they appoint, one of them died the other day. He was 78. His replacement is a man of 76. You know? So it's all old men. They don't want to retire. Hanging on to power, making most of the decision. It's all of these old men in the American system, Kissinger and all them. They're the one making the Ted Turner and all them Rockefeller. They're the one deciding that, oh, there is too much people in the earth. Why should you all men at your age worry about the world population. You'll soon be dead anyway. So if you are going to be dead soon, why are you going to worry how many people are going to be on the earth? In 20 whatever you are worried about. You will not be here. It won't be your problem. So why don't you just live your life and die and go? No, you are making plans. You want to see how many people get reduced and how many you can control by birth control and how many you can kill off by giving them genetically modified food in Africa, give them injection and all that. You know what I mean? What does all a man like Bill Gates, all of a sudden he's interested in, you know what I mean? But why? It's not your earth. Not your business how many people want to be on it in whatever time and if the earth is going to cope with it or not. That shouldn't be your problem. Your problem is supposed to be living your little life and die and go. No, but you're not doing that because these people, like I tell you, the rich and the powerful, control the television station, the newspaper, the radio, the music, everything, film industry. And these are the people who are feeding you these garbage. You know, you watch BBC and all that. Them BBC don't show you any news. The news that they show you is shit news. And what they put on the television and show you is a load of garbage like Coronation Street and EastEnders. No intelligent people could watch garbage like that. It's gossip. They give you a program to numb your mind so you don't think. You understand? That's why people are like they are, not out here in England and everywhere else, because these devils are dumbing down your mind. And you're still idolizing them. They're giving you people to idolize. People who are confused. Most of these pop stars that you are worshipping are confused people. Because what they have to do is an egoistic thing. To look for fame and look worship and self-praise. It's only a nutter, as I would say. What you say now, if anybody was saying a madman, only a madman would be seeking fame and attention like that. Somebody who's got something psychologically wrong. But yet these people are adored by us about stars. They're not no stars. How can you worship somebody who don't even understand themselves? So the whole world, like I say, become one big egoistic thing. And so every minute you see the paper, oh Beyonce, why is her life important? What is she saying to the world? Huh? What is Beyonce saying to the world? Or Jay-Z saying to the world? Since as they are the big hero they're trying to portray and to us then. When you listen to them, they have nothing to say because they do not know who they are. You understand? For those who have ears to hear, when people like them talk, they just talk a load of shit. Because they know shit. So that's all they can, you know what I mean? That doesn't mean, they don't know anything. They just haven't discovered it. And the reason why they haven't discovered it because they was too busy chasing fame. So they lose the way and become a little bit like some egoistic. But even all of you, like I tell you, have to pay for those idiotic business. So why live up on the earth and behave like that? Running down about you're a star. You're a star singing what? And I say, oh, you make some of the great, your album are the greatest album, you make some of the greatest tune. About what though? What was the lyrical context of these music that you are labeling great? Who labeled them great? Probably you have no idea what great music is. You know what I mean? Because the music that these stars are putting out are just garbage. That are just music that help to suppress the minds of people who you should be helping to develop those people's mind with your music. But because you are paid great amount of money to sing trash, so you have, like you have your contract, you have to agree to sing trash. Maybe your heart don't desire to sing these songs, but because of the money, you sign up, you have to sing trash and help corrupt people's mind or keep the young in bafflement, you know what I mean? But now is the time for people to wake up and realize that the whole is one big Ponzi scheme, as they would say, and it looks as if it's going to come collapsing down. So I am appealing to those, like I say, if you are in any religion and all those kind of things, you better check yourself carefully. Check the house that you are in, because your numbers won't be able to save you. Don't be feeling all safe because, you know, there's a lot of you in this organization. In fact, the more of you are in your organization, the more stupid you are, trust me. You are just deceiving yourself by numbers. And your book promise you to see, your book promise you. That's why these Europeans could have gone over into the Arab land and set up Israel, because them have a book that they write themselves that promise that land. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of promises, you know. Your book promise you safety, and they promise you all kind of thing. But a promise is a comfort to a fool. So it's no use living off your promises, because I'm telling you for 100% sure. Believers do not know, and if you don't know, you don't know. That means you must be wrong. So all believers are wrong. And I'm willing, like I say, to test myself against any priest or imam or anybody, you know. When you hear this plea, man, go and bring your priest and imam. Bring your best priest and your best imam, whoever. And if that is not any good to you, go and get your wisest man that you have and him friend them as well. Yeah? Bring the whole of them one time, so that the fire lion can deal with them and show them what truth is if they don't know. You know what I mean? I am telling you plain and straight that religious man don't know truth. I don't know a lot of things on this planet, and the things that I don't know, I would never say that I know them, you know what I mean? But I do know one thing. I know what is right. And these men are not right, they're wrong, the devils. You know what I mean? Because if you know what was right, you could never be performing those rituals that you are performing. It's easy for people to see. It's easy for people to see that next time when the Pope comes, somebody should send him an email. You know, like how you can send email. Send the Pope an email and say, listen, next time, from now on, right, when you come out speaking, right, don't read no script. We just want to hear you talk, so that we can, you know, speak for an hour. You must can sit in your chair, because you ain't going nowhere. You chat all the time. You chat for an hour and a half, so we listen to what you say. Then you can explain to us how you come to know God. Understand? Where you make the encounter and all this palaver, you'll find out that a man like the Pope is empty. He can't do it. He don't know nothing. And these are the type of people that will make deceiving us in this time. You know what I mean? We have these, like I say, high court judges. They're not no high court judges. Your law, it has been repeated. I've said it again, but I like to say it again. I'll keep saying it over and over in reason. The laws that are set up on earth is against the law of God. This law is anarchy. That's what they call it when you're against the law. Anarchy against the law of God. The men who draft the international law are these laws that became law, and as imposing it on people. You shall pay for what you did dearly. Your ancestors are paying, you will be paying, and your friend, whoever come and join you in this inhumane law that you call international law. Yeah? Against your fellow human being. Trust me. Because this is no law. This is a fraud against the natural law of God. Because you do not know the law of God. So you are working against the law of God. You understand what I mean? So all of you judges, like I say, in high places, and all of you up there Because you seems to be out of the reach of the ordinary poor man, innit? You can use and abuse the poor man because you're out of his reach. But like I tell you, don't forget that God have secret agent. You get me? A deadly secret agent as well. Not like your secret agent, sometimes they make mistake, and get all the wrong man. And you know what I mean? I let the man get away with the action and they never know that he did it. You know what I mean? Yes, sometimes your agent make mistake, but trust me, God agent. There's no mistake in them two secret agents, trust me. The watcher and the recorder. One watch you and the other one record you diligently. Wicked man. For every deed that you do, whether you're a high wicked man or a low wicked man, and you, Mr. Evil, now who is a step above the wicked man, in the shadows, especially you. That is what you is the one, especially why you develop the camera and the watcher and place it in you, because he wanted to make sure that all your little deeds is recorded. You know what I mean? Cause you acting tough now, are you enjoy? Did you love controlling the earth, don't you? Enjoy, and all your friends them, and you've been to many big parties, the best. You've enjoyed the best of the planet, and it evil. Yeah. Some of you are here, you have some of the families have all a couple trillion bit of paper, don't you? You enjoy the trillion in it. And you are the one who own all of the everything. You enjoy that, man, yeah. Enjoy. This earth is only a little tiny. You know, like when you go on the sun and you see lots of sun and you just a little speck. This earth is like that. You enjoy, yeah. Because you won't be enjoying the rest of it. There's a lot more sun grain out there. A lot more planets. But look like you've had your fill of enjoyment here. I tell you, when you pass through this body, man, your enjoyment will be over. And the only way, like I tell you, Mr. Evil man, Mr. Wicked, please man, get me no rasta. The only way that you can escape your judgment. Forget me not that judgment of how man go to court, because no one can try you. While you are here, that's part of your privileges to escape judgment. But where you are going, Mr. Evil and Mr. Wicked man, the only way to escape that judgment is to eradicate memory and conscience from out of yourself. So, because you have so much money, if I was you, I would, because you have so much, I'd pay a man say 500 trillion, because there's a couple clever men about who can do it. I know them. If you can part with a couple trillion, even half a trillion, never mind couple, half a trillion, I know a man who can remove memory from out of you, so that when you reach the other side, it would appear as if you wasn't the one that did all this evil. You would appear as if you was a goody. So you better start spending some of that paper fast. Or if you was a decent evil man, if I was a decent evil man, yeah, and I hear this message, I would think, yes, he's got me there. What I would do, I'd tell my children not to bother with the evil. I would go and confess to my children that, listen, I'm evil, yeah? I've been found out to be evil, and I can see the judgment coming upon me. I can see the end of all wicked man, because this man has revealed the end of all the evil deeds to me. So what I want you to do, right? I was going to train you in the evil, but I want you to turn away from evil, because only a wicked man, who would want to face the wrath of God? And we evil men have to come up against that. Hey, yes, you dismissed God, didn't you, evil? Evil dismissed God out of the business, What evil did get some scientists, yeah? Some of his friends, them, and they make some noise and then say, oh, no, man. Life is just a big bang, man. It's accidental, man. And it's all about the fittest of the fittest. There is no intelligence in this universe. We are the only intelligence. You know what I mean? That's what evil did. But evil is a liar. Because evil don't know what's right. You know what I mean? Evil didn't even know that he have to pay for the evil. Because he's lost in, he don't know. He think he's going to get away with it. Evil believes that when you're dead, that's it. That's why he's making the most of it here. That's the way evil operates. But you're not going to die evil. Are you stupid? How can you die? You are going to wish, like I keep repeating to you over and over. You are going to wish that you could die. But there is no death for you. You understand? So if I was you now, I would advise your little offspring who is living. You know, you let these beings that are put into your care. Don't let these beings partake in the evil. You have a chance to redeem yourself by putting a stop to evil, which is yourself and your organization. You know what I mean? All these vile evil things that you set up on the planet to exploit your fellow human being and let them believe that life couldn't go on unless it go on under the way that you having it running. You know what I mean? And you set up all this, like I say, you have your police brutalizing people. On the one hand, you are saying, oh, the Syrian people have a right to protest, and you should allow them and blah blah. And yet in your country, when people come out to protest, you send the police to smash their head in, brutalize them, spray them with pepper spray, shoot them with electric gun, all these kind of things. You know what I mean? Yet you are a champion in the right of others to cause disturbance. In another, even saying that you were willing to arm the Syrian rebels to fire gun. Imagine Syria was saying they would have armed the London occupier or the people occupying America with gun to shoot after the American government. But yet these evil people are doing exactly that. Britain, look how small island Britain is, and yet they are financing trouble in Syria and want to see regime change. Why you want to see regime change? Why do you stay in your own home and look after your own home? It's got to do with you. Little Frenchman them down, they want to see regime change. How come they're always demanding regime change, and when people want regime change here, they're not giving it? You know what I mean? Like I would say to them, I want regime change of you, like you're too evil and wicked. Regime change. You know what I mean? That's what I always say God wants for you, lot. You're going to get your regime change, the whole lot of you, because you're evil, innit? So, I like that phrase, regime change. So, it look like regime change is the order of the day. Everything that these wicked do is the flip side of what the positive man think about. Just like how the evil are thinking about a one new world government. I am thinking the same thing. New world. You know what I mean? He's after regime change, so am I. You know? But I'm after a regime change planetary wise. From India to China, whole lot of the devil them, because the whole of them is devilish business they're dealing with. You don't, judgment won't be nice for you anyway. That's all I'm saying. If I was an evil man, like I say, I had to stop now, or if I decide not to stop, make sure from today, when I hear these words, I enjoy as much evil as I can. If it's killing is your game, go on a killing spree. Kill as much as you can, yeah? Because when you reach on the other side, you know, your killing spree will be over. It will be time to receive what you rightfully deserve for your crime. You know, just like, because don't forget, natural law, your law is mimicking natural law. So you punish people for the crime that they do. You are going to get punished for the crime that you do as well. And you get sentenced according to the crime that you do and how evil you was. You know what I mean? You get sentenced. So you won't be able to call on your military, like I say, and no crony to help you. Face your judgment on your own. You understand evil? You will be facing your judgment on your own. So all these men who don't know in the heart for sure, like Like all these priests and imam who are blessing government and thing. You know you're doing a wrong thing. You should leave that business alone. Come out of it. Why damn your soul? Take the collar from around your neck. You don't know what you're doing. Stop going on about Jesus and about Jesus is God's son. If you want to say God's son, say we are all sons and daughters of God. No man is God's special son. Get it out of your head. Jesus come through the birth passage like anybody else. Ain't nothing miraculous about it. And it was no virgin birth. If Joseph never did it, the next door neighbor did a thing. Somebody did a thing. But ain't nothing miraculous about anyone coming here through no virgin birth. That's just when your mind are deluded, you would think something like that. You know, not as that thing something like that. Plus the idea of Jesus being born as a virgin anyway. It's an old story. They had that in Egypt. Long time before they put that in the Bible. And in the Bible here they have the 10 commandments. In the Egyptian, in the Mahat, it's 42 commandments. Like I tell you before. And it's not saying, oh, thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt. It says, I have not stolen, and I have not done that, and I have not. You know how many things where God ordering man about? Thou shalt not, thou shalt not. You already have a choice between good and bad. But because of these idiotic men in gowns, and you like to worship men in gowns, don't you follow them about? They are just male chauvinistic pigs. That's why they exclude women for so long. Now that they're getting exposed, they're trying to squeeze a few women in, here and there. Why didn't they do it from the beginning? They are the one that imbalance the order. They practically kill the female principle within life. And let everything become imbalanced with just the male dominating. Why if God was fearing you would have a woman pope as well, innit? Ain't never been a woman pope, is it? No, because no woman cannot know what's right in the eyes of those lunatics. No wonder most women don't know themselves because they believe lunatics. And women are following man like the Pope, and when they see him, they say, oh, Holy Father, you should be saying, why can't there be a Holy Mother? And run him. Instead of following him about Holy Father, he's no Holy Father. He's the one of the main, their religion is one of the main one that is keeping down the female principle and causing an imbalance in life. But the people don't see these. You know what I mean? They will still go and adore. Everything about it is just male chauvinistic pig. You never have a woman pope. Jesus is God's son, not no daughter. You know what I mean? Okay, say oh Mother Mary, our third grade down, but not have any big import. All of the big things are set around males. So they exclude the female. But where truth is concerned, anyone can know truth. So if a woman live correctly and know the truth, she should be the one that will listen to them, if that was the case. You know, because she knows truth. And anyone who knows it should be the one who will listen to, be they male or female. What difference does it make? But with these clowns, they make it plain that this is a man's club. And they make it plain that God have a son, he never had any daughter. That is their excuse now to set up this male-dominated thing. To deceive people. Because they are devils, they are not honest men. No honest man would do something like that. And since then, no one has corrected it, so that shows that they are dishonest little men. Because they're still doing it. And since that, no bright mind has come along and say, oh, this is not right. You know, something like the Mormons have one. So every time I usually tackle them about Joseph Smith and says, oh, how come when Joseph Smith received the revelation, right, he never know that black men, God never tell him black men was equal and that they could be priests in the Mormon church, because they could not do this until 1968. You understand? So it was in 1968, either 68 or 78, one of them years. So it was in that time now that a group of men decided to let black man be priests. So here you are now, God himself give this man a revelation, yeah? But it was a mistake, yeah? So it was other men who had to correct God's mistake. So it's all a load of nonsense about God giving him no revelation. You know what I mean? All that is just stupidity. The only way you're going to know anything is to know your own self. Do your own research. Stop your lying and stop your thieving. Because if you don't, you're going to end up following these ghouls. You don't understand? Murderers, vampires. You know what I mean? People dressed in suit who you are respected. You respect somebody because they drive a Aston Martin or something. You don't know how corrupted the souls are. You respect somebody because they have a lot of money. You don't know what corruption they did to get the money. And there can't be any decent human being if they have all that money and going on as if they're somebody anyway. And here you are idolizing them. What is the big deal about idolizing another human being? This is, I can never get over this one. Touch this one and still touch it again. Why go around idolizing another human being? For what? Okay, if they sing good, yeah, they sing good, but you don't have to idolize them. You just like the singing. And that, you can leave it at that. You know, they tell a good story, you love the story. Poetry, you love them, you respect them if you see them. But why have you got to idolize them? Because your life is not given to one to idolize another. Even though some people seem that this is to be the purpose of life, that you should idolize another human being, or that another human being should set the standard of what beauty is to you, and you must aspire to what they are portraying to you as beauty. You know what I mean? Because what they are portraying to you as beauty ain't beauty. Trust me. Your little beauty, like say a woman now, all your nice pretty looks and your making up and all that, your body will wither up if you live long enough. Wither. And you'll just die. So if the beauty don't die, you understand, like that. Beauty cannot wither. When I say wither, I mean like a wrinkle. When you reach a old woman, your body will. But real beauty, that don't happen to real beauty. You understand? But what is beauty? It is love, kindness, generosity, humbleness, kindness. That's what beauty is. But you are not relying on that beauty. You are relying on just your nice face and your nice figure. You're busy down the gym, you know, and you're looking fit and all this thing, like I say, and all these other little deluded beings like yourself. Men are saying, oh, you look nice, you look well fit, regardless, and you admire all this idiotic attention. But that's not what beauty is. That's just ugliness, you know. So you get deceived by your own good looks, as it was then, for beauty, and others get deceived by it as well, chasing you, think that you're beauty, when inside really you don't even know yourself and you don't even know what beauty is. Because the only way to know beauty is to live loving and kindly and gently and honestly and truthfully, and to love the truth with all your heart. You see what I mean? That's what beauty is. And richness. You must think richness is the paper that you gather in it. Just like how you think beauty is the way you look fit as a woman or as a man. And then you can say, oh, you want nice man in it, but the man they look nice in it and fit, or oh, she look nice. And that's just how people behave when they are lost in the dark, without the faintest idea of who they are. And I would say that go for I reckon it's 97%, 98% of the entire world. It could all be 99% of the entire world that goes well. I was living in vain vanity. I don't know how it come to be like that. Weird. Trust me. The truth that you are speaking sound ridiculous. Because no one they will literally say you are a madman. But you know, go and behave in any degrading, stupid way and you're a headline. You are likely to be in the newspaper if you take, because some people used to just take the clothes up and streak at football, and they would be on the news all over. Some of them become all famous just by streaking, taking the clothes off. So if in this time, if you can think of any ridiculous thing to do, like say, maybe I'll chop 2 of your fingers off live on the telly or something, then you will be well recognized, and, if you can come up and talk any kind of ridiculous thing that doesn't make sense, as long as it doesn't make sense, you become popular. You know what I mean? So if you find that the world has fallen into what I would call the total ridiculous and sick, where total, you're looking at your news, that the news that they're giving you are just control news. The news readers and everything are control, pay them a wage, they have to read this garbage to people. You know what I mean? But how much longer are they going to be able to keep deceiving? Because more and more people are waking up. Older generation might be asleep, but the younger one is getting alert to what is going on. That, we've been fed a lot of garbage. And it's time for us to wake up and realize that what we've been fed is a load of bullshit. You know what I mean? Forget about religion and all those. All those are idiotic business. Yeah, religion is a positive and a negative, but that part that you see going to church and mosque and that is the negative. You know what I mean? Don't believe in the priest and the imam repeating again, because these people do not know. They are confused souls. You understand? This is the time for you to know. Anyway, because we've been rapping for a while and my mouth is getting dry, see? And we want to drink up some water. We're going to fire out, but we'll be coming with some more current fire still, up-to-date style of what is currently going on in the world, you know what I mean? And for us to take some serious action. So on that note, we're going to fire out and fade out from the firehouse, see?